Hello everyone. I will start my first video with the most important question: how to write an answer of undergraduate and graduate level for English honors. Here are some of my tips and tricks that helped me immensely to stay at the top of my class and secure above average marks in my English honors. Here we go. The first point is introduction to the writer, as you can see in the screen. Write about the background of the author. For example, if you have a text, Heart of Darkness, which is a post colonial text, therefore, its writer is Joseph Conrad, and then you have to give the background of Joseph Conrad, how he was a sailor, he was a seaman, and he saw many trades and stuff in his line of profession. Therefore, he writes about his journey through a narrator of Marlowe, which is, an omniscient narrator of all his travel books, etc. Some of their famous works, other works of Joseph Conrad. Example, there are loads of books of Joseph Conrad. You can look it up and you can mention. You don't have to just mention, you don't have to give the backgrounds of other texts, you just name drop them. That is more than enough for undergraduate level to show that yes, you are familiar with the author and their other texts as well. If there are any award recipient and their influence on later generation of writers. Now, if they have an award, they're an awardee, you can write that, and it's not necessary. You can choose to do that or not, it's up to you. But people usually write if they're Nobel laureate or something like that. The influence on later generation of writers. See, many people, many writers I should say, in later generations criticized Joseph Conrad for his work because he did not as such portray the actual plight of the other, as we say the Africans, in his book. Rather, he just portrayed them as brute, as done by Chinua Achebe in his book. Okay, so you can say that as well. Now we come to the second point, introduction to the age. Write about the age, historical and political background. Here, in this regard, as for the example that we have taken, Heart of Darkness of Joseph Conrad, you can write about post-colonialism, how it was prevalent at that time, how the British colonized other countries such as Africa, India, all that stuff. If the text is a part of literary movement, the literary movement is post-colonialism. Mention it as well. Now the third point is introduction to the book. Write a little bit about the text, summary in 2-3 sentences. Like, you introduce the protagonist, write about what is it is about, write the critical comments about the text, opinion of critics about the text. Yes, this is very critical. You have to, you just don't have to give your own opinions, you have to back it up with other critics as well. It is very, very important to show that you are not just making up points, but they are well supported by other critics as well. Our fourth point is intertextual references. This is very much important to give your understanding that you have read other books in this criteria, this post-colonialism criteria. Other texts of post-colonialism, there are loads and loads of them. You can look it up, other texts of Joseph Conrad or other texts of other writers who have written about post-colonialism. You can even incorporate your own Indian literature which has a context of post-colonialism. Quotations. Quotations are must. Yes. See, this is, I would think that this made my answer a topmost answer because I can write lots of quotes in my answer. And my professor really liked it. Many times he appreciated my efforts. He said that I don't know how you can remember such stuff, but which is quite important. You need to provide your understanding of the text, and you can do this by citing quotations which support your answer. Suppose if you're writing that the Joseph Conrad in his text Heart of Darkness portrayed the Africans as a brute and a brood and grotesque animals rather than humans, then in quotation you have to point out and you have to write the exact words that Joseph Conrad used, such as brute, grotesque, animal like, black shadow, all that stuff. He has written all that stuff. It's quite amazing that how he can describe a person like that, but it is so. And you have to write that yes, I'm just not telling you my opinions, I'm backing up with other critics and I'm backing it up with quotations from the text to show my familiarity with that text. Now we move on to the next point, talking about theme and symbol and motives. There are many themes, one such as post-colonialism. There are other themes as well. There are symbols. You can, if you're an English literature student, you can just pick it up symbols like that. And motives, you can also add some major themes and symbols which are present in your text to support your answer. Now we come to the last part, conclusion. You can sum up your answer after writing your own argument on the question given by providing some critics' reception of the text. Now, after writing your entire answer with quotations and other references, intertextual references, you come to the conclusion part where you sum up your answer, where you say the entire answer in about 2-3 lines that yes, this is I meant by my answer, and here is a critic. How the critic is backing up your answer, and you have to quote them with their name. And if you're taking help from a research paper or any paper online, Z Library, JSTOR, all that stuff, you have to quote them as well. You cannot plagiarize their work, you have to give them the due credits. And I hope this video helps you to understand a little bit more, and I'm sorry if I have done some mistake. This is my first video. I will try to improve and better myself. Good luck for your exams, and I hope to make many more videos to help others, because I did not have the videos for my own help. I had to figure out everything by my own self. So here I'm trying a little by little to help others. Thank you.